Awesome. Awesome way to show up. Uh what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another post game here on Mets Central. And the Mets lose 5-2 to the Cincinnati Reds, losing another series yet again. Losing now, I believe the thing that I saw on Twitter is that this team has lost 20 of their last 30. It's not good. Um they ruined what was supposed to be just a great day. They ruined what was a great day up until the first pitch was thrown, is what I should say. Because the ceremony, beautiful. Just beautiful. Good to be at the ballpark for that. I was crying throughout it. And it was just the energy in that ballpark just felt so different than any other game. Like, just felt like a playoff game, and even more important somehow, just because of David Wright being who he is and the fact that his number got retired, and all of us just sobbing together because you watch that unfold, and it was just beautiful, the ceremony, like I said, and to see Reyes there with him, see Murphy, everyone that they honored, or everyone that was there to honor him. It was just a really beautiful day, again, until the first pitch was thrown, and it was back to the regularly scheduled programming of New York Mets baseball in 2025, which what is the common theme of these games? That's right. They don't hit with runners in scoring position. I'm glad that you said the answer before I said it. It's just hilarious how the games are predictable at this point. That's what's just the funniest part to me about it. Good thing they saved the bullpen though for today's game, right? Um, Even when they went up 2-0, and the reason why I say it's predictable, they go up 1-0 in the first inning. 2 outs, Mark Vientos comes through with a hit. He comes through with a hit, believe it or not. And they had an opportunity to maybe capitalize more as they had the base loaded with 2 outs, but Ronnie Mauricio, which would be a theme for him, grounded out there. And then Brett Beatty hits that home run in the second inning. The sad part is that I'm with Matt at the game, and we both say it. We saw this yesterday. They go up 2-0, familiar territory, and then the next inning, Clay Holmes just melts down a bit, and not fully to his fault because runners on first and second, which he shouldn't hit Noel V. Marte when he has him up in the count, but Luis Torrens tries to get Fraley out at first base, or tries to get Marte out rather at first base, and the ball goes to the outfield, and run scores. Matt McLean gets a single, and all of a sudden we're tied up. And then the fourth inning as well. You had 2 outs, Tyler Stevenson up, and he gets a single. Jake Fraley then gets a single on the first pitch to make it 3-2. Clay Holmes gets through the fifth easily, and I'm thinking, okay, I do not care that he got through the fifth easily. We know how the story goes here with Clay Holmes. I want someone up to start the sixth inning, and no one was up. And then 3 batters later, which with 2 guys on, 1 out. Okay, not the worst spot for Reed Garrett to come in. And you can't fault him, at least for the first at bat, because you have what is a just perfectly made double play right at you. And Ronnie Mauricio, garbage throw over the second base, and it can't get turned. And then Fraley gets that double, which made it 5-2, which that one you could blame Reed Garrett for, because leaving a splitter right in the middle of the zone, that's good stuff there. Good stuff there from Reed. And then the Mets would start their teasing, which it's again predictable. I didn't fall for it once today. They ended up getting the bases loaded with 1 out in the sixth inning because they had 3 walks. And Brandon Nimmo put together just one of the worst at-bats I've seen him take in his entire career. There was one pitch in the zone that he fouled off. He could have walked on 4 pitches. And the dumbest part is you watch 3 of your teammates before you walk. You go up there swinging first pitch. Just stupid. And then Lindor, not a good at bat from him as well. And then they get put down 3 strikeouts, almost an immaculate inning by Santillan in the 7th. McNeil had a nice grab, though, in the 8th inning, at least, right? And then the 9th inning, I knew it was coming. I wasn't falling for it. I knew the act. I know the gig here. In that 9th inning, Terens gets a single, Nimmo walks. The force out ends up getting them both in scoring position. So you got runners on second and third. Juan Soto up. He was inches away from hitting a 3-run shot to tie this game. And he ended up being put down on a call that was questionable. I thought he went. I'm going to sit here and say I have no issue with the fact that they called that he went on that check swing. My issue is with before that when it was clearly a pitch clock violation and they don't call the walk there because what? Apparently they called time. Stevenson wasn't even up until after the pitch clock went down. But either way, he strikes out, and you don't deserve to win either way. So I'm not even sitting here complaining about the umps that much, which they also really hosed him in the first inning. But like, how does Carlos Mendoza not get out of the dugout there and like get ejected? I know he got out of the dugout, but how do you not get ejected there? And then Pete Alonso flies out to end the game. Disgraceful performance. Bad fundamentals again from the Spaceball team, which remember the whole run prevention thing that we were, remember that? Yeah, no. Remember when we were told about this team being good defensively and that's how they will win baseball games? Yeah, good story. The Fab Four, as they call them, garbage. You had an 0 for 5 from Lindor with 3 strikeouts, an 0 for 4 from Soto with 3 strikeouts. You have 1 hit from Alonso, 1 from Nimmo. Nimmo taking a garbage at bat when it mattered. It's just, again, it's just typical. It's just expected. And it felt like every big moment as well, Ronnie Mauricio was stepping to the plate. And it was deflating every time. 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position, 11 left on total. I don't care about the garbage from the umps. You do not deserve to win this baseball game. Period. End of story. Your offense is garbage. And the defense, just as garbage. And I'm not even like the Clay Holmes line doesn't look pretty, but that is way more on the defense. And I've been very harsh with Clay Holmes lately. How he's not giving you enough volume. No, you should have got 6 from Clay today. But maybe it wouldn't matter because I don't know what Reed Garrett would have gave at this point. The only positive coming away from this game is that Brooks Raley looked like his old self coming into his first major league game since last year. 2 strikeouts in that 1 inning, 1-2-3 inning. So beautiful to watch him pitch. That's legit the only positive coming out of this game outside of the pregame festivities of David Wright. That is legitimately it for the positives here. Everything else, it's just completely garbage. And it's just, again, I don't know where you go with this team. I really do not know where you go. Because forget about fixing the guys in the bottom of the order like Vientos, who needs to go still, like Mauricio, who needs to go. Forget about that. What is it going to take for the top 4 guys to step up with runners in scoring position? You could change the bottom of the order, they could produce with runners in scoring position every now and then. That's great. When are the guys that are being paid to do it going to do it? And I know that Luis Torrens drew a walk in that one inning. Which inning was it again where he drew the walk? I think it was the sixth inning, right? The sixth where he drew that walk. Yeah, the sixth. I know he drew a walk, but I was sitting there thinking before he stepped up to the plate, I'm like, it sucks that the roster construction is what it is to where you have no options on the bench to go to pinch hit for Luis Torrens here, who had a fine day at the plate, but you wish that there was a better option, and there just isn't. There has to be a move made soon. I mean, the Brewers are just like miles ahead of you at this point now. Like home field, I mean, they could get home field technically, but getting a bye at this rate, I mean, it just seems unlikely with the way they're playing baseball. And sure, the Mets could be that team to go on an 8-game win streak, but does anyone see it happening with the way that they're playing baseball? I'm glad that I couldn't go live right after this game because I was so frustrated and I would have said so much worse on this stream, but I've had time to at least calm down a little bit. But it's just so ridiculous. It's really just ridiculous. Anyway, though, I'm going to keep this one short. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live. And I'll see you guys in the next one.